welcome back to Moon Sister.
If you're new here, my name's Alannah.
My name's Georgina.
And if you're interested in following us, our Instagrams will be linked down below.
So today we did a review on the Jeffree Star Androgyny palette. We created some little looks with this as well, so we did a little tutorial and we've given our thoughts. Yeah, just keep watching because
you just don't know where this is going to go.
Yeah.
Where is it going to go? Are we going to love it? Are we going to hate it? How many moons?
Yeah.
Me and Georgina have decided to do two completely different looks with this palette. This palette is described as Jeffree's version of a neutral palette, which I love. I love the concept of that because there's been so many palettes come out recently that are described as neutral, and they're all just warm tone neutrals, bronzy colours, which is great, but I just feel there's so many of them on the market as is. It was fab to see some more variations of colours. Yeah, so Georgina went for something a little bit more out there, a little bit more colour, something that I would probably wear a lot, and then I decided to show you guys something a little bit more soft, some neutrals as well. So in this video you'll be able to see two variations of looks that you can achieve from the palette, and obviously there's like so much more you can do with this as well. So yeah, if you are interested in this palette and you want to see our thoughts and see how we got these looks, then just keep on watching. So this palette was released last week. It went on sale on beautybay.com, and as soon as I realised it had went live, I bought it straight away because I knew it would sell out.
Yeah. And it did.
It sold out within, I think it was about 2 days or something. The palette was £40 and it arrived, I think it was about 3 days after I purchased it. This is what the palette looks like up close. This is its outer packaging here, and this is the back of the packaging here as well. So you can see it's got the little bunny sign, meaning it's cruelty free. This is what the actual palette looks like. It's amazing. It's got this, I would sort of say, like crocodile effect, or snake, reptile kind of effect on it, which I imagine is inspired by Jeffree Star's fashion.
He likes a lot of his designer brands and handbags and things like that.
Yeah, so I've kind of got a feeling like that's inspired by that.
It's like the classic neon pink that Jeffree's very known for.
So it's gorgeous. This is the back, and it's got all his socials on it as well, and it's got its expiry on it too. Beautiful. Yeah. The first thing I noticed about this palette was the sheer size of it. I mean, me and Georgina could practically hide our heads behind it. It's huge, honestly. Trying to think something that I can compare it to. So that's the Urban Decay Electric palette, which is probably my favourite palette of all time. That I consider quite a big palette. It's quite chunky, but if you can see, size wise it is pretty long. It's pretty big. That's because it contains a lot of product. This is what the palette looks like up close. You've got an amazing range of colours. There are some neutrals, and then there's some more unusual shades as well. The first ones that jumped out to me when I seen it online was Poison and Androgyny. Gorgeous. What about you? What's your favourites?
I'm a big fan of Fetish and Military, which was
beautiful.
Red and then the green.
The pan size in these shadows is insane. You're getting 2.52 grams of shadow in them, and I think it was it like the Naked palettes were 1.3? 1.3, so insane amount of shadow, and for £40 I think that's
pretty good.
Pretty awesome. Really good. Yeah.
So what we're going to do is we're just going to do a little review. We're going to have a play about with the palette, create some eye looks with it, and let you know our thoughts and opinions on it, and then we're going to rate it out of moons. I think I'm going to go for these shades, and then maybe a little bit of Androgyny, but I think I'm going to go quite colourful because I like colour.
Yeah, I think what I'll do is I'll go for something a little bit more neutral then. I'll be a basic bitch. I'm going to go for more the warm tones up here. Just because there's two of us, it means you can see like a wider range of what can be done with this palette. So yeah, we'll do completely different looks, but to be honest, I've got a feeling like I'm going to really like this, so I'll be using it a lot more. So yeah, I'm going to go a wee bit more neutral, and Georgina is going to do something a bit more colourful, and we'll talk you through our looks and how we're finding the shadows as we go. So yeah.
Well, I'm going to go in with shade Military as a transition shade. I'm just popping this shade in my crease and then blending it upwards. So far I quite like it. I'm going in with just a little bit of product because I've not used the palette before, so I'm not sure how pigmented or if there's going to be any fallout, so I'm just using a little bit. But it's building up quite nicely.
I'm going to be going in with the colour Charm as a transition colour for my look. Okay, so straight away I can tell that this is a really pigmented shadow. I just picked up the tiniest little bit and look how much payoff it's given me. Oh, I think I'm gonna like this.
I'm liking this. Like, I love this green.
The colour's gorgeous. I actually think your colour and the colour I'm wearing would actually be really nice together as well.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So realsy talk, should we discuss how long it took us to actually start filming today?
Yeah.
Seriously. Like, I don't know why, but usually like when Georgina comes over we get started filming probably within like the first like half an hour.
Yeah.
Today for some reason I think we're so knackered, we've literally just sat about all day.
Watched Forensic Files and like
obsessed. But we're here now
we're
and
doing it.
We're doing it.
Let's go.
And now that I've started doing my makeup, I'm like, why did I not want to do this earlier? Because the palette's absolutely amazing.
Yeah, it's lovely.
So I'm just spraying a little bit of Urban Decay's All Nighter setting spray onto a little detail brush. To be honest, the shadows are so pigmented you don't really need to do this, but I'm just doing it because I want to define my crease a little bit more. I'm going to do sort of like a semi-cut crease. So I've sprayed my setting spray on my brush and I've dipped it into the frosting shade, and I'm going to start applying that on the inner corner of my eye, and I'm bringing it up to where the crease is, and I'm going to be creating a cut crease kind of shape.
I'm now going in with the shade Poison and I'm going to use that to just darken up my crease a little bit.
I think that was the shade that I was most excited about when I seen the palette.
Yeah. It's like your favourite colour all time. Yeah.
It reminds me of the Sugar Pill lipstick that I'm obsessed with. It's like the eyeshadow version of Euphoria from the Pretty Poison range. Love it. Oh, stop! That's amazing.
I like it. It's nice. I'm really liking the consistency and how the eyeshadows are, because I find sometimes with some palettes like
there's one that's good and then there's a couple that just suck.
Too tight to show that we can fight.
So little.
Growing up in Scotland, great fun.
The banter.
I'm really liking this teal shade. I'm just going for something really like blown out and smoky. So I'm just slowly building this teal up in the crease. Teal? Poison. We're both wearing Posh Spice as well. We thought we should wear one of Jeffree's liquid lips for the video, since we're doing his palette. No, I'm a big liquid lip girl.
Are you?
Yeah. Well, look how many lime creams I've got. I think I've got 20 lime cream lipsticks. Before Jeffree was on Beauty Bay, it was easier to get lime cream than it was to get Jeffree.
I'm now going to be going in with the shade Dominatrix here, just to use that as a darkening shade for my smoky eye. Wow. Look how pigmented that is. That was like the tiniest little bit.
That's nice. Real nice.
So I'm just taking the tiniest amount and I'm pressing it on first because it's really, really pigmented, so I don't want any fallout.
I've had a little bit of fallout.
Do you know what I think? This is what I think. People have too ridiculously high expectations for makeup nowadays, because everyone watches YouTube and everyone thinks that, you know, shadows have got to be X, Y and Z, but they don't really know an awful lot about makeup. And it's like, if a shadow is pigmented, you will get fallout from it. It doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad eyeshadow or anything like that. Like, you just have to learn, like, your technique, like, depending, do you know what I mean? Like, you will, I mean, I've got a bit of fallout, like, I've got a little bit.
It doesn't really bother me. I normally do my eyes first.
Yeah.
So I just wipe any fallout away.
Definitely.
I'm now going in with Swallow, and I'm just going to focus that on the outer corner of my eye to darken my smoky eye.
Oh. Oh. Oh my god. That looks amazing. Still on the brush.
I don't know if you can...
We're dying over it.
Might not be able to see that, but the pigment just from seeing it on the brush is insane. So
I'm gonna laugh so hard if it's rubbish. Oh my god.
Oh my god, I think this is your new favourite blue. That eye look is giving me life.
The more that we're playing with this palette, I'm starting to realise, like, just how many looks you could achieve from this palette. Like, when I first seen it, I thought of maybe these colours here together would be really nice. You could get like a nice deep blue look, maybe like just a standard red, like kind of demonic sort of looking eye that I do quite a lot, and then like just your warm smoky eye. But the more that I'm actually looking at it, Charm, Military, that would be a gorgeous eye look. And then Georgina's used Military as a transition colour for then these two colours, which is just absolutely stunning. Yeah, I mean, there's just so much. I'm probably going to try Charm and Poison at some point. Yeah, like, actually I think the more you look at it, the more like looks you can create with this. This is actually extremely versatile. I think if I was going on holiday now, this would be what I was taking.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of thought and effort has went in this palette.
Oh yeah,
big
definitely.
time. I'm just taking a little bit of that frosting colour as a inner corner highlight and just packing that on with my finger. I do that all the time with shimmery shades.
I'm obsessed with this. I'm actually obsessed. I'm living, breathing and dying for this colour.
Oh my god. That's amazing.
I don't think I'm going to do a shimmer.
No.
I think I'm just going to do Safe Word
on
the lid, just to kind of make it more even, and then window liner, of course.
Yeah, I think I'm actually going to pop a little bit of glitter on. I feel like this warm, basic bitch smoky eye calls for some Urban Decay Midnight Cowboy glitter.
Oh my god, yes. You can't do a warm smoky eye without gold glitter.
I know, it's like
what are you even doing?
What are you
Are you even like makeup artisting?
Are you even MUAing? I have to say I'm really, really impressed with the pigment of this dark brown, because a lot of brown shades, I actually find browns quite patchy a lot of the time.
It reminds me of Cypress Umber from Anastasia.
Oh.
The Modern Renaissance, the dark brown in that, it reminds me of that.
Because like normally when I do browns as the outer corner, I still feel I've got to go in with a little bit of black just to get the intensity, but I feel I really got what I wanted from this.
I'm going to go in with Safe Word here, and I'm just going to use this on my lid just to even out the blend.
I feel like I might actually do a brown eyeliner in my waterline. Who am I?
Now we're going to go in with Frosting as an inner corner highlight and the brow highlight.
You're going to use it as a brow highlight?
Yeah.
Oh.
No? I feel like I just ate some of it.
Oh my god.
I just like inhaled some of this eyeshadow.
That's, you know, what's wrong with that? It's not good. It's vegan.
Exactly. Absolutely popping.
Do you like it as a highlight?
It complements the green really well. So yeah, I'm just going in with my Kat Von D tattoo liner in Trooper, and I'm just going to draw a really thin line along my lash line just to hide my lash band. I'm not going to do a wing today. Hud me back. Hud me back. I think I say that in every video. I'm like, oh, I'm not going to do a wing today. And it's really just because I'm like too shaky to do it on camera. Like, sorry guys. One day we'll do a wing liner tutorial.
Have you not done a wing on camera before? I thought you had. Oh no!
I've done a wing, I did a wing for the Smashbox one. But it was red. I feel like I want to draw like a little 4-leaf clover or something. I feel like I'm like a wee leprechaun. Like this is a very St. Patrick's Day look. I need some inspo for Paddy's Day.
What would you say mine's is? How it would be Instagram. just me.
It's very me.
Just Instagram.
I feel like I've done you and you've done me.
I know, I feel like we've swapped.
That must mean I'm learning.
Oh my god.
I'm getting better, guys. Right now I'm gonna do wing liner. I've started. Once you pop, the fun don't stop. I love it when you call me Big Papa. I don't know, I did that thing last night when you're doing winged liner and you accidentally take it that wee bit too far, and then you try and even it out, and then like I think by the end of it one was like past my brow onto my temple. I was like,
John really wants me to attach the end of my brows to my hairline because he was like, they're so close. I just really want to just join it up.
Where?
Like he was like, you know how I bring my brows like quite far down? He was like, I just want you to attach it to your hairline and then from your hairline to the end of your winged liner, so it would just be like a big triangle. I love it when folk go like to me, like see on a day where I'm like, my idea of wearing like a small wing, and they're like, oh my god, like how do you have the confidence to wear your wings like so big? And I'm just like, this is like nothing. Like,
you've got big eyes though.
See like a wing like what you're doing now, that's like a totally small wing for me. That's just like, meh, just chucking a wing on. Do you know what I mean? Like, but if normal people wear that.
Normal people?
We're not normal people. Do you know what I mean? So I'm now taking my Urban Decay Razor Sharp liquid liner in the shade Zodiac. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it yet, but the look's just too basic, too boring. I need to amp it up a little bit, so let's find out.
I'm going to go in with my Heavy Metal Glitter by Urban Decay in Distortion. I'm just going to use this on my inner corners. Yes.
I think that makes it
yes.
better.
That makes it so much more you.
I couldn't not be me. I actually tried. Me and Georgina had a conversation before we came on air and I was like, I'm going to do something really neutral.
So these are our finished looks. All in all, we are both extremely impressed with this palette here. I think we're both on 5 moons.
5 moons!
5 out of 5. Absolutely amazing. The colours are insane. The pigmentation is insane.
Yeah.
I like the selection of colours in the palette. I think the pan sizes make it really good value for money.
Yeah, definitely.
The mirror's really nice. The packaging's lovely.
Concept.
Yeah.
Everything. I would go as far as say one of the best palettes I've ever used.
Yeah.
This, I think now, this is going to quite easily be up there in my top 5 palettes at all time.
Yeah.
Electric palette from Urban Decay is like my absolute go-to. My Sugar Pill Pro palette, which I'm still in the middle of creating, is up there.
Venus.
And my Venus palettes and my Kat Von D one as well, I think, and now this. Yeah, 100%. This, I totally get the concept of what they're saying about like here is our version of a neutral palette. I think that's amazing.
Yeah.
If I was making a neutral palette, this is probably like the kind of shades that I would want in it. Honestly, I'm nothing, absolutely nothing negative to say about it. I think it's out of stock at the moment, but as soon as it comes back in, if you were even slightly thinking about getting this, if you were thinking about getting this and you were a little bit hesitant, 100% highly recommend it. If anyone asks me like, should I get it, should I not, I'll just be like, definitely,
yeah.
Just no shadow of a doubt. This is an amazing palette. Yeah.
We love it.
Love it.
So I just went for a green smoky eye, really blown out, some winged liner, stuck a little bit of Urban Decay Distortion glitter on as well, just to jazz it up a little bit. So impressed, like I can't, there's no words. The blendability of it's insane. Like, so I went for more of a neutral look, and then used a little bit of the Urban liner in Zodiac, just to add a little bit of graphic liner, something a bit different. Again, as Georgina said, the blendability of the shadows is amazing. I think this palette is absolutely immense. I love it so much. Yeah. Definitely. Yeah, nothing else really to add apart from it's amazing. I personally think this palette is pretty foolproof. If you're not used to using eyeshadows, I would be quite careful when you're first going in with them, because they are extremely pigmented. Only need a little bit at a time. Yeah, so I would say that if you're not used to using high-end makeup, just go in very, very lightly. This palette is awesome. Only thing I would mention is I used a little bit of setting spray with some of the more satin kind of colours, and I felt that, to be honest, it didn't benefit the shadow in any way. I don't think you need to do that at all. I would actually just use those ones with your fingers. The ones I'm talking about is this one here, Deja Vu and Frosting. Those two ones there, they're so highly pigmented, I wouldn't even bother using setting spray. In fact, when I actually used a bit of the spray, it actually made them go a little bit more patchy, but I think that's because they're so pigmented anyway, that it just doesn't have any benefit at all. It's like using setting spray with the electric palette, it just doesn't
always work, you know. I just absolutely like in love. Like, I knew I was going to like it, but I can't believe I don't have one issue with this palette at all.
I think we're going to need to invest in another one, because we both want. I don't think we can share this. Like,
no, I think we're going to have to get another one so we can have one at each house. I think I'm going to be using this palette a lot. Yeah, definitely for travel. I know for sure if I'm travelling anytime in the future, I think without a shadow of a doubt this will be the palette that I'll be taking with me, because it's got everything that I need in it. Case closed, done, it's perfect.
Oh, this is...
We've got like the same...
Oh my god, they actually do. Wait.